And so something that I started to tell myself when I was on my wealth building journey, when I was on my entrepreneurship building journey, was that confidence is a skill. Everything somebody was confident on, they actually just learned how to do it. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dielle Charon. I'm the founder for the 23%. 23% of business owners are women of color, and we are here to grow that number. In this brand new series, I'm kicking off exactly how I became a Black millionaire in my family using all of these mindset strategies that we're going to talk about in this 4-part series. And in this video, we're talking about imposter syndrome. And I don't know about you, but when I first started my business and just the thought of becoming a millionaire, the thought about having financial safety, the thought about having security as a Black woman, I was crippled with fear. I didn't think I was good enough. No one in my family was an entrepreneur. I was crippled with just imposter syndrome, and I had no clue on how to actually build confidence. I wanted to believe in myself. I wanted to have positive self-talk. I wanted to think that I was going to be successful, but the imposter syndrome was just this cloud of fear carrying over me every time I wanted to do something. And it would slow me down. It would make me stuck. It would make me question and overthink and go back and forth with myself. And so it wasn't until I learned these strategies with imposter syndrome that I gained more confidence. I was able to be a lot more secure and then get results and actually build wealth. So the first thing I learned about imposter syndrome was that everybody has it. I used to ask my mentors and I used to ask my friends and I used to DM the people I saw online that looked like they had it all. And I would say, how are you so confident? How are you so picture perfect? How is everything so put together? And they would say, I'm not. I'm not perfect. I don't have confidence all the time, but I learned how to take action even though I was feeling this feeling in my body. And that blew my mind that you can still be productive and get things done even if you felt like a fraud, even if you felt like you didn't belong. So I decided to figure that out for myself. And something that I realized was taking an action is separate from feeling a certain feeling in my body. So with shaky hands, I would make the social media posts. So with fear in my body, I would still go and sell my services. So while being anxious and scared, I would still press send. I remember when I signed my first client for $1,000 for 3 months of coaching, I was petrified on making sure that she got results and making sure that she liked me and making sure that she was successful. And I realized I would have the sweats before her coaching call, but then I could still answer her questions. I could have the heebie-jeebies and the fears before submitting her things for review, and I could still help her. A feeling in your body does not mean that you will take or not take a certain action. You can take a certain action and still feel the emotion. I then start to create a positive awareness around, wait a minute, I did the thing that I was so afraid to do and I didn't die. Wait a minute, I was able to take that scary action and things ended up being okay. Wait a minute, I ended up showing up and things still happened. So then really quickly, I started looking around being like, I'm creating results even though I feel this fear. Maybe this fear isn't real. Maybe this fear isn't as big as I'm giving it weight to. So imposter syndrome will start to crumble down when you take the action despite feeling the fear in your body. The next thing I learned about imposter syndrome is that confidence is a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's something that's trained. It's something that's learned. I used to think that people just woke up beautiful or woke up confident or woke up successful, that everything was just easy, handed to them, picture perfect. And I feel like in this online space, so many people have been really vulnerable on how challenging things are, but also they still can make it look really easy. And so something that I started to tell myself when I was on my wealth building journey, when I was on my entrepreneurship building journey, was that confidence is a skill. Everything somebody was confident on, they actually just learned how to do it. They look so confident posting on social media, they just learned how to do it. They look so confident on a live video, they just learned how to do it. They are so confident managing their finances, they just learned how to do it. And so instead of thinking that I just wasn't the right person, or I just didn't have it in myself, or I just wasn't the person to be successful, I decided, how can I make this a skill? How can I look at everything that's picture perfect out there and how can I turn this into a skill? Do I need a course on this? Can I watch a YouTube video on this? How can I just skillify everything that makes me not confident? Specifically, I remember trying to grow my business on Instagram, and Instagram stories and video used to petrify me. Now it feels like my second home because I just learned how to actually do it. I remember buying this membership where it gave you an Instagram story prompt every single day. I remember it told you what to post and it gave you an example on how to post it. And I did that for 3 months straight, where I just got the skill and got the skill and got the skill. And I remember signing clients from Instagram stories and feeling more confident, and then eventually not even needing the prompts because I took what I thought was just an innate natural skill and I systematized it and I made it into something that could be learned, taught, and then executed on. So anything you see, if you just like, I'm just a person where I'm bad with money, or I'm just a person where I have to be stuck in my 9-to-5 job this whole time, or I never will have the skills of building my own business, I wouldn't even know what to do, I don't even know social media. All of those things that I just said can actually just be a skill. And then the last thing that I did was I started to track my progress. I recently just went back to my old Instagram stories where I was first building my business. And y'all, I celebrated the smallest thing. If someone liked my post, I would say, oh my God, somebody liked my post. If someone just responded to a comment, I would say, oh my gosh, I got an Instagram comment today. It was just one comment, just one. It wasn't even a lot. Or I would say, okay, I made $1,000 this month. $1,000 I certainly couldn't live on, but I just started to look for wins. I started to build a positive relationship with myself, to notice the things that I was learning, the things that I was gaining new skills in, the things that I was actually being successful in, and showing those things to my brain. I don't know about you, but my brain can often lean to the negative. It can lean to, you're never going to get it. This isn't working. You have to stop. But instead, I just started to look constantly for the smallest wins. And of course, because my brain then was focusing on the good, it started to create gooder things, better results, more success because I was focused on the positive. The best way to overcome imposter syndrome is to have a wall of wins, is to have a wall of results, is to have a wall of success. So then when your brain says all those little sneaky things, you actually have proof that it's not real, that you have been able to make progress, you have been able to be successful, and you are seeing results. So imposter syndrome does not have to stop you from starting the business, posting on social media, and creating the wealth that you want. It's actually a sign that you're on the right track. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video, and I'll see you for part 2 of the series.